Hello again everybody, this is Amorgin and you're very welcome back to another episode of Star Trek Fleet Command, guys. And today I'm doing one that was requested, guys, by a number of the viewers on YouTube. A few friends on Discord wanted me to do a little piece for Scopely around the issues that the community currently have with the game. It's not entirely an opinion piece, guys. I put out the call to some of the people on Discord and among friends and followers, and they've come back, guys, with plenty of stuff. A wee shout out to a couple of lads there who did put in a little bit of effort when I mentioned it on Discord. Thank you very much for your input. A thank you to all of the guys who sent me direct messages. Scopely, take note, this is the top 5. Let's get into it. So guys, in at number 5 is repair time, something we're all very familiar with. The repair costs, the repair times in particular. I personally would have ranked this a lot higher in the top 5 as an issue that's out there, but judging by the responses simply that I got, my little bit of a consultation with the community, I made up a little bit of a chart, and between the direct messages and the different bits and pieces that I got back, I ticked off just what was on that, and in at number 5 came repair times. It's been done already, guys. I don't want to labour it. We all know that this is one of the main gripes that's out there at the minute. Scopely did mess up in the past where they tried to paper over some of the cracks in the game. They gave us shorter repair times for a limited period of time, and then it was taken away and everybody's wild upset about it. So giving it with one hand and then taking it away with the other hand is always going to cause a bit of consternation, always going to cause a bit of a row. Big mistake. Give us back the repair times, give us back reasonable repair times, guys. Listen up, Scopely, listen to the community. They're constantly going on about this here. Give us some more reasonable repair times and maybe we'll have a much more satisfied community out there. So guys, in at number 4 is the G3 refining and the G3 nodes availability in general. Those things were coming in pretty strong for me. At number 4 is still, I would have ranked it a little bit higher in terms of what I hear from the community and see from the community over the last while, but I guess the tokenism that came in there recently, this had blown up in the community there recently, some people will remember, and there was some sort of tokenism during the event in terms of that little bit of a bonus refine option. I suppose that has quietened people down, or some people have quietened down a little bit about that. Otherwise I'm sure this would have come up much higher on the list. On the founder server, of course, we're blessed with the extra options. It's common that I need. It's not the uncommon and the rare. I know a lot of you guys are after the uncommon and the rare. I know Scopely need to worry about the game balance and the mechanics and all of that there, but the tokenism doesn't work. It's an insult to the community when they're calling for effective and fair G3 refining, guys. There's no reason why other servers shouldn't be brought into line with the founder server. This is what we're calling for. Give everybody multiple G3 refine options. At least bring them closer to where the founder server's at. And once again, you might have a little bit of a happier community if this fairness was seen across the board. So guys, in at number 3 is the PvP level range. I'm hearing a lot more about this lately, and some of you guys may not have been aware that back before global launch, the way that they used to work, the PvP levels used to work, it was plus or minus 5 levels, and it feels to me like a beta player and a founder server player and somebody who's been around for more than 2 years with this game. It feels to me like for the longer period of time, the way this game was you only raided and attacked plus or minus 5 levels. So for me there at level 29, it would have been raid or attack up to level 34 or down as low as level 24. Right now as it stands I can hit a level 39 or a level 20, so I've got roughly 10 levels plus or minus. Absolutely no use to me attacking a level 39, attacking their base or any of that kind of stuff. Maybe they're minors, but absolutely no advantage to me having such a wide level gap. I can go and raid down to level 20, that's great, but a level 20 has no hope of standing up to me if I go and decide to raid him. So this feels like it's only out there to favour the whales, favour the high level players and the big spenders, so that they can go out and destroy all before them on a server with nobody able to stop them. And as somebody who has played this game in its various different incarnations and through all the changes, I think it's a lot fairer to have the plus or minus 5 levels reinstated. Bring it back, guys, and I think you'll find that the community will be a lot more satisfied with the fairness of that particular raiding mechanic. So guys, in at number 2 is my favourite. It's the customer support and the communication in the game. This has been a big issue. Personally, this would probably be my number 1. It's no criticism of Panic. He's working there with limited resources. But the communication, guys, in the game is awful. The communication about what's up and coming in terms of events, what requirements you're going to need for those events, what rewards we can expect, and all of that is brutal altogether. People are very unhappy with it, and not to mention then the cut and paste responses. I mean, as a founder player and a beta player, talk to any of the founder server guys that go way back, particularly talk to the beta player guys that go right back to the origins of the game. The cut and paste responses from support has always been woeful. It's always been terrible. Now, it's no slight on the individuals in there. They're probably inundated and up to their eyeballs as well, but it's terrible support sometimes when all they're doing is cutting and pasting responses and then fobbing you off. It's been a bugbear of mine and many others for a long time. Communicating what's going on with the game, consulting with the players, allowing players to be part of the testing process and all of that. Us on the founder server probably still guinea pigs to some degree, but allowing the wider player base to know what's going on with the game. We've got Reddit, we've got Discord, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we've got Twitter, we've got all of these different forums, as well as this in-game notification system, this new recent thing around the emails, signing up for the newsletter and all of that there. And yet and all, the communication to the player base is awful. The two-way traffic where there's two lines of communications going back and forward, all funnels through Panic. There's a bottleneck of information there when it hits Panic, and customer support just fob you off, demand screenshots from stuff that just you can't screenshot because they happen in the moment. We could go on about this all night, guys, but safe enough bet to think that most people out there are going to agree with this one. Customer support, communication, improve it scopely. Your customers are there demanding more. Put more effort in and you'll find people won't be complaining so much. So here we are, guys. Number 1 issue for the player base when I consulted with them is the bugs and the content. Now, I've cheated a little bit on this because I've kind of married and amalgamated 2 issues together here. Arguably these could be standalone issues, but there is some synergy in this. There is a little bit of a crossover in this, in the sense that this is all about quality of life improvements. Now, we'll deal with the bugs just in terms of giving credit where it's due. As a founder player and a beta player going back over the years, there were an awful lot of bugs in this game, way more really irritating bugs that meant that this was a product that was not fit for the market. That has improved. It's a very nice looking game, but arguably still not up there where it needs to be in terms of its marketability and being free from bugs. But however, it has improved. Credit where it's due. A lot of the bugs have been ironed out, but it's still an issue out there for some guys. So Scopely need to take a little bit of notice of this. But it's not just just the bugs, guys, it's the quality of life in general, in terms of being able to complete missions, the rewards from the certain events that happen and whatever. Like, we're getting the same events regurgitated and rehashed all the time. There's no real meaty content out there that we can go out and enjoy on a regular basis. PvP stuff, PvE stuff, where we can all get stuck in. What about putting in, like, people have said, like, a Borg cube arrives, for example, and everybody on the server can go out and try to take down this Borg cube, and there's huge rewards there if you manage to do it, and a small amount of rewards just for participating and attacking the Borg cube in the first place. Something like that, randomly happening, regularly happening, scheduled, timed, whatever. There's loads of ideas out there, guys. Listen to the player base. Consult with them for their ideas. Look at what other games are doing, and we'll find that we'll have, hopefully eventually, a game that we can all be proud of, a game that the community is raving about and bragging about to their friends and their families, saying, wow, look at this amazing looking game, but not just the graphics, look at this amazing content. Right now, that's not there. It's a joke, the lack of content with the money that's being made on this game. So we're pleading with Scopely, bring in some decent content, improve the quality of life, including with bugs and all sorts of things, and maybe guys, we'll eventually get there, and this game will realise the amazing potential that it has always had. So that's my piece for now, guys. Join me on Discord. Leave your comments below. The link for Discord is in my banner. If you want to subscribe, hit the button, hit the bell if you want to get notifications, and I will chat to all of you guys again very, very shortly. And until then, look after yourselves, look after each other. Cheers.